The Dragon's Lake. Long ago, there was a small town surrounded on three sides by forest. People of the town were happy and hardworking. They kept their houses clean and groomed their children well. Every house had a garden and a pet. Plants were trimmed and watered regularly, and pets were fed on time. Wildflowers wafted their sweet fragrance along the gentle breeze, and bees made the environment lively with their melodious humming. Every evening, children would go playing around the town and near the forest. However, they were not allowed to enter into the forest. People believed that a dragon had been sleeping in the forest since ages. In the hour of need, the dragon will wake up and save us all by making a lake. This belief had passed on from elders to youngsters, generation after generation. One summer, it was extremely hot. Afternoons became lazy and nights became restless. Mornings were tiring after the sleepless nights, and evenings were scorching even after sunset. Water was the only relief. People took bath as often as they felt like, and children jumped and played in the ponds. Mornings were tiring after the sleepless nights, and evenings were scorching even after sunset. Water was the only relief. People took bath as often as they felt like, and children jumped and played in the ponds and rivers. But as the season advanced, it became hotter and drier. Ponds and wells began to dry out, and rivers began to recede. People anxiously waited for the rains. But to make matters worse, even the rains did not turn up that season. The wells gave only muddy brown water, and the ponds became nothing but vast patches of swamp. The lush green gardens became pale yellow-brown, and the flowers drooped helplessly. Even the trees seemed to hang their branches like weary arms. The town turned browner and drier with each passing day. The townsfolk grew worried and gathered in the open fields, looking upwards, searching for rain clouds in the blue, clear sky, but none ever came. Men and women began to wail and cry, "We all will die, we all will die, and die very soon." Suddenly, an old man with a long beard said, "In the hour of need, the dragon will wake up and save us all by making a lake." "Isn't this an hour of need?" murmured an old shopkeeper. "Will the tale of the dragon ever come true?" "Sure, it will. Indeed, it will," cried the children, clapping and dancing with joy and hope. That afternoon, when the grannies were dozing inside their homes and the mothers were busy drawing water from the near dry well, a group of children stole their way into the forest, the forbidden area where the dragon was believed to be sleeping. They had secretly planned to wake up the dragon. As the children strayed deeper and deeper into the forest, they chorused, "In the hour of need, the dragon will wake up and save us all by making a lake." Picking and plucking the fading flowers, they rustled over to a vast clearing. And there they saw the dragon, the sleeping giant, as still as ever. My, the dragon indeed sleeps here," they whispered to each other excitedly. Some of them placed flowers around the dragon in a big circle, while some scattered petals around his head. And then they all began to dance and chant the rhyme that they knew so well. In the hour of need, the dragon will wake up and save us all by making a lake. Time dragged by, but the dragon did not shake a bit. As he snored, his big nostrils emitted heat, which made the children dizzy and fussy. Don't give up, friends, they cheered each other, and their song continued. In the hour of need, the dragon will wake up and save us all by making a lake. Suddenly, a dry wind lazily picked up some flowers and swirled them around the dragon's nostril. The air was thick with pollen and perfume. Feeling the sensation, the dragon's nostril twitched. I saw something, cried a little boy. Instantly, all the children stared at the dragon's face. His ear swiveled like a balloon. The ground began to rumble. Look out! Run, run! The children scampered in all directions, shrieking and squealing, arms pumping with excitement. The rumbling grew and grew. The dragon raised his head. He got onto his front feet and then stood up, stretching his long, scaly back. Then he blinked and looked around with big, fiery eyes. His nostrils twitched and quivered again. By now, the children had run out of the forest, shouting, "The dragon is awake! The dragon is awake!" People were altered sorry, People were alerted by the screams and shrieks. Soon they all stood together in a tight huddle at the edge of the forest. Just then, the dragon emerged from the forest. People stared up at the beast with mouths hanging open. Suddenly, the dragon yawned. People gripped each other tightly and shut their eyes. The terrible yawn kicked up a storm of dust and dirt. When the storm settled, the people slowly opened their eyes, only to find the dragon digging up the ground with his long, spiky tail. In no time, the dragon had dug up a deep hole. Suddenly, a thin stream of water oozed out of the hole, and then a thick stream gushed out of the hole. As the people watched with awe and surprise, the barren land between the town and the forest was converted into a huge lake. The townsfolk danced and laughed and clapped their hands with joy. "We are saved! The dragon is awake! He gave us water by making a lake!" they all sang. While the people were busy rejoicing, the dragon slowly walked towards the forest and disappeared into the thicket. He was never seen again. To show their gratitude, the townspeople built a statue of the dragon at the place where he used to lay. The town never suffered from drought again. Even today, it is said that the lake looks as fresh and blue as it was when it was created.